All right, Kim Baker here with the Faith, Family, and Forgiveness. Coming to you on this Thursday evening from Odessa, Texas. Okay, before we get started with tonight's material, real quick, down at the bottom where it's scrolling, where it says vscministry.com, that is our website. You can go to our website and you can download this study material that we're doing. Okay. And also up in the left hand corner of your screen, where the QR code is at, if you scan that QR code, it will take you directly to our website. Okay. While you're there downloading this study material, if you would you please consider making a donation to the ministry to help us keep being able to present this material and other materials to hopefully help people to better and to enrich their lives. Okay, so chat is open. If you would like to send me a message, feel free to do so. Okay. And so let's get into tonight's material. We're talking about boundary beliefs. Okay? Boundary beliefs. Well, sorry. Clicked on the wrong thing. All right. Before you can begin to set new and improved boundaries, you need to look at what your existing beliefs about boundaries are. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little quiz tonight. Okay? So here will be the answers to the questions. One, A, definitely true. Okay. B, it's mostly true. C, somewhat true. D, not very true. And E, hardly true, if at all. Okay. So you'll use A, B, C, D, and E. And as we go through this, just circle them, your answers. Okay. So, number one, I have the power to make choices for myself. Okay. So, you will answer A, definitely true, mostly true. B, C, somewhat true. D, not very true. E, hardly true, if at all. Okay. Question number two, or statement number two, I am both valuable and imperfect. I am both valuable and imperfect. I'm in a lifelong process of growth. Number four, my individual significance is not lowered or raised by others' opinions of me. Number five, my life is enriched when living in interdependent relationships with cooperative and respectful people. Number six, my life is diminished when living in interdependent relationship with uncooperative and disrespectful people. Number seven, My intrinsic or built in value is neither more nor less than others. Number 8, certain types of contributions will be more esteemed than others in our society or circle. But this does not add to or diminish the significance of my contribution. Okay, that's a little bit longer. Okay, so number 9, others' talents are a pleasure to observe and applaud. Number 10, I value life and operate from a sense of gratitude, not entitlement. 11, I can face challenges and meet problems. Number 12, I accept and befriend myself. I contribute significantly to the good of others and the world. Number 14, it is my right and privilege to own my feelings. Number 15, boundaries are necessary and appropriate. Number 16, boundaries do not violate love. 17, setting limits is necessary to keep relationships healthy and vital. I am not compelled to justify a boundary with apologetic explanations. Okay? So that is all the questions or statements. Okay? So, your boundaries are built on the level of friendliness that you have for yourself. Okay? That is so true. Okay? All right. Now, if you do have the material, okay, you can do this exercise. Okay? We're not going to do it tonight. This is something you can do later on. Okay? But using the belief scape below, you can create a visual representation of how much you treasure yourself and what areas need work. Fill in the column above each question number, to the letter you circled for that question. Let us first look at Leon, a loving man in his 40s who was ending a long term relationship when he filled out his belief scape. Okay? So, while Leon believed boundaries are necessary and appropriate, he quickly saw that he had difficulty applying them in key areas of his life because he felt selfish setting limits. Okay? So here's an example of a belief scape. Okay? So you got your answers on the left hand column, A, B, C, D, and E. Okay? And then down to bottom, the bottom row, be question 1 through 18. Okay? So what you're going to do, you're going to go back and you're going to look at question 1 and see what you circled. Okay? So in this example, uh, we circled not hardly at all, or not very true. I think is it. Sometimes I forget about this, but anyway, not very true. Hey, well, then so you would color in just that square right above E1. Okay. Now, let's say that on question 2, you answered uh, very true. Okay. So it'd be A. So what you're going to do, you're going to color all the squares from top to bottom. Okay? And so forth for every question. Okay? Now, and then what you can do, then what this does, this gives you a visual representation to look at to see the areas that you really need to work on. Okay? And then you can also see the areas where you are doing okay. All right? So A was definitely true. B over here was mostly true. D is not very true. And then, of course, E is hardly true. Okay? So, this is one of the reasons why you really need to go, if you haven't downloaded the material, you really need to go to our website, vscministry.com, and go to study materials and download this material. Okay? Because there's a lot of hands on activities that you can do to help you better understand your boundaries. Okay? All right, let's move on. All right. So the goal is to believe so strongly in your own value that your belief scape is colored in fully. Okay? So really and truly where you want to be in life, okay, is you want every one of those colored in. All the way up to A. Okay? So picturing your beliefs helps you see, one, the strength or the depth of your positive, two, the overall stability of your beliefs, and three, the need for your beliefs to be adjusted. Okay? So boundary types. Okay? We're going to be focusing on 3 boundary types: physical, sexual, and spiritual. Okay? Now, there are other boundary types that we could look at. Okay? But for the sake of time, we are going to be focusing over the next few sections. Oh, no, wait a minute. Previous. Get back. Okay, so then and then rational, emotional, mental, and legal. Okay, so these are all the different um, boundary types that we are going to be looking at. Okay. Can you and your group identify any other types of boundaries? And like I said, yes, there are other boundaries. Uh, but since we're not in a group setting, um, here's a good question. Are there any other areas of your life affected by boundaries? Okay. So, the first boundary type we're going to be looking at is physical boundaries. Okay? Physical boundaries play an important role in maintaining personal space, privacy, and comfort. Here are some additional items that can be included in the list of physical boundaries. Personal devices. This includes your smartphone, tablet, laptop, or any other personal electronic device. Boundaries can be violated if someone tries to access or use your device without permission. Personal space in public. This refers to the space around you in public places. Violations can occur when people invade your personal space, like standing too close in a queue or touching you without consent. Personal belongings. Besides your wallet or purse, this category can include items like your backpack, personal documents, and personal items you carry with you. Boundaries can be violated if someone takes or uses your belongings without permission. Vehicle. Your car, bicycle, or any other mode of transportation you use. Boundaries can be violated if someone enters or uses your vehicle without your consent. Online privacy. This extends to your digital presence, including your social media accounts, email, and personal data online. Okay? These are all physical boundaries that we have in our life. Okay? Violations can occur when someone accesses your accounts without permission or spreads your personal information. Workstation. Your designated work area, whether it's at home or in a workplace, boundaries can be violated if someone enters your workspace without permission or messes with your belongings. Your bedroom. Your private sleeping space where you retreat for rest and relaxation. Violations can occur when someone enters your bedroom without your permission. To address potential violations of these physical boundaries, here are some ideas. Communication. This is of the utmost importance when it comes to boundaries. Clearly communicate your boundaries to those around you. Make sure your friends, family, and coworkers understand your personal space and belongings are off limits without permission. Now, all of us probably are maybe sitting there thinking, that ought to go without saying. You shouldn't have to say it. And you're probably right under some circumstances. Okay. But for boundaries to be effective, they have to be communicated. Okay. Locks and security. We use locks, passcodes, and other security measures to protect our personal space, our devices, and our belongings. This can prevent unauthorized access. Assertiveness. Okay? Now, pay attention. It's not aggressiveness. Okay? It's assertiveness. Big difference between the two. But politely but firmly enforce your boundaries. If someone violates your space or belongings, speak up. Let them know that their behavior is not acceptable. Okay? Don't let it go. It's your boundary. Okay? Consent and permission. Teach others the importance of seeking permission before using your belongings or entering your personal spaces. Mutual respect is key. Education. Educate those around you about the significance of personal space and privacy. Raise awareness about the potential consequences of violating someone's boundaries. Legal action. If necessary, consider taking legal action if your boundaries are repeatedly violated despite your attempts to communicate and enforce them. That is your right. Digital security measures. Implement strong passwords, two factor authentication, and privacy settings on your online accounts to protect your digital boundaries. Okay, here, what you're going to do is you can, uh, over here in the left hand corner, a physical boundary, you can write down, list your boundaries over here. Then over here, you can you can put how was it violated, or if that boundary hasn't been violated, how could it have been violated? Okay. Then in the right hand side, you'll write how you can enforce it. How could I have enforced that boundary? Okay. With your group members or someone else, ask the following questions about items in the "What can you do to enforce it" column. You may choose to record some of the answers on a separate sheet of paper. Okay? So, what are some potential consequences of enforcing a boundary in this way? How might you react if others enforce their boundaries in this way? How effective might this way be? Okay? All right. Uh, we'll go over this real quick. Okay? All right. Of course, you can see this is a target, have a bullseye. Okay? So, in the bullseye, there, we see that that is our intimate space. Okay? So just picture you're standing right here. Okay? So just outside of the bullseye, that little white section, that's going to be your personal space. Okay? Then you've got the first circle, then the green will be your social space. Okay? That is where you allow people to get, most of us allow certain people to get to, friends, family. Some family members may be allowed to get uh, closer than that. Okay, but that's your social space. Okay, then you got the big circle on the target. Outside of that is the public space. That's where just anybody. That's where you keep. That's where we keep most people away from us. Okay, there 99% of the people will fall under the public space. Okay. Now, we're going to come back to this next week because we're going to go into a personal space activity. Yeah, because we're about through with our 30 minutes for the day. Okay. Uh, so, down there on where it's scrolling, vscministry.com. That is our website. Go to our website, download this material because you really need the material, okay, to follow along. All right. The QR code in the top left hand corner of your screen, that will take you directly to, if you scan that, it will take you to our website, okay, where you can download this material from the study materials section. Okay. While you're there, if you would, will you think about it and pray and see if God would lead you to donate to the ministry to help us reach more people? Okay. If you're watching this on Facebook, please like the video, share it if you would. Okay. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live again and post another video. So with that, we will close for tonight, and we're just going to tell you God bless. Thank you, and we hope that you have a great rest of your week. Oh, one other quick announcement. Tuesday night on Facebook Live and on our YouTube channel, we will be back in forgiveness on Tuesday night, okay, at 7 p.m. You can also download that material from our study materials section at our website. Okay? All right. God bless. Have